last week I had this huge stack of books. You know how you keep collecting books and you're going, I'm going to read this one. This one's really good. I'm going to read this one. And then you have a stack and you're like, man, I really need to get reading these books. So I go outside on my porch and I'm like, I'm going to go through all these books. But I kept being distracted by a squirrel. I'm sitting out there and I'm trying to read my book. And there's a squirrel over on the side, and this squirrel, it would dig, and then look around. Dig, and then look around. For like an hour. And I'm just staring at it going, dude, you need to relax. You gotta spend some time just watching TV, kick your feet up. This squirrel I'm just like, how do you live this way? And then when it would find food, it'd pull it up and it would eat it like this, like looking around. I'm like, man, he's not even thinking about a wine pairing. He's just sitting there. I don't understand this squirrel. And for hours, I'm watching him. And I realized this squirrel, its entire being is find food, stay alive. Find food, stay alive. There's nothing more in this. The squirrel doesn't have books telling it how to run companies, how to make more friends. You know, all the books I'm reading, I'm like, every single one of these books is about being the top of your field, doing better at something. Like, it's all about growth. The squirrel doesn't have books like that. The squirrel is food, live. Food, live. And so I stopped and I go, you know, if I'm reading the Bible correctly, and I've read it a few times, cover to cover, sometimes in Hebrew, sometimes in Greek, I've read it a lot. It doesn't talk a lot about being the top of your company, by being the best of the best. It doesn't even talk about, there's not a whole lot in there about being the richest person alive and then die with the most toys. It's not really talking about that. The entire book is actually simplified into these three things. Spend all your time fixing your eyes on Jesus. Don't worship creation. We love to worship creation. And most in this world are fascinated by God's creation, but they don't want to worship the Creator. So don't do that, and then be the house. There's a lot of verses about being the hands and feet of Jesus. If we can simplify it like the squirrel did into this kind of 3 steps, it takes care of everything else. And the author in this section is saying, don't make the same mistake the Israelites, the disciples, and so many before you have. Fix your eyes on Jesus, worship the Creator, and be the house.